We are starting this week out with turkeys. That's right. We've gone to the birds. Turkeys. Quite a few turkeys out there. Looks like a big old gobbler walking. Oh yeah, shaking his tail. Big old gobbler walking out there. Mama and a bunch of babies right here. Looks like that mamas. There might be 2 mamas and 5 or 6 babies. I'm not real sure. That's a big gobbler right out there, though. They're off the roost. They're roosting close by. They're off the roost. Stop by to see what they can find there. Picking up let's see, 3, 5, 6, 7 turkeys there. Don't see any deer out there anywhere this morning, but they will be there. I'm pretty doggone sure of that. Yes, sir. But we're starting the week for the birds. And they're pretty. Pretty good little wad of them out there. Yes, sir. I've been sitting out here talking to Sherry on the phone, and we've had 4 hummingbirds. That's right, 4 hummingbirds come into Chris's feeder. She's inside watching them. I hope she's seeing all 4 of them. That there's been 4 of them. They do a lot more fighting. There they are right there. Amazing little birds. There was 3 at one time sitting up there eating. Another one buzzed them and scared them all off. They do a lot more fighting in the air than they do eating, trying to run each other off. I think Sherry said that at her feeders, she's got 2 or 3 feeders. At her feeders, I think she said that she's got 7 hummingbirds. So we've got 4 at that little guy right there. I see these fancy ones advertised all the time on social media. It's supposed to attract a lot more hummingbirds. I don't know if that's possible or not. I don't know if hummingbirds have social media, so they know they're supposed to go to those. But 4 at that little feeder there is pretty good, actually, I think. Look at them. There's 3 right there. 3 in the picture, and there's 1 off to the right. I see all 4 of them. And at least 4, so when you got 3 eating at once, they land to eat. There's all 4 of them flying around right there right now. I bet Chris is enjoying that. I know I am. They're pretty cool little birds. Can't help but like a hummingbird. Every time I see one, I think of my buddy Tom Mann. What a great friend, great man he was. There's 4 of them flying around there. You can see all 4 of them in the picture there at times. There's all 4 of them were in there then. So very cool. There's plenty in there for everybody, guys. They're just like those deer. Just like humans, greedy. I sure try not to be. Boy, it's easy to just let it slip up on you, though. Well, this is a lot better than it was last week. Last week, there was 50 of them out here. 3 I can live with. Those 3 can stay around here all they want. And as I look off down the way... Benelli, come here. No! Come here. No, Benelli. And Benelli took off running from them. They took off running. You know, it's hard for Benelli to really know because he can't get after the... She can't get after the wild turkey, but she can get after a buzzard. And there's hard. A lot of times people have a hard time telling the difference between a wild turkey and a buzzard at times, particularly if they're out in the field. But I don't want her getting after the Canadian geese, although, of course, I haven't hunted any geese with her. But if I was hunting geese, she would be retrieving them. So it's a little hard for her to understand. That big old goose right there, he was just laying down there like a big king. He didn't even fly. He got up. Benelli ran down there, but when I told her no, she turned around and came back. So anyway, we can live with 3 or 4 geese in the yard. Of course, over a period of time, they'd cause a problem, but they're not here all day. They're just here every now and then. So that's good. I can live with that. We have our sprinkler system fixed, and that's a pretty sight. That's a pretty sight right there. 5 sprinkler heads all spraying water out there. Some of them spraying it in the lake, but that's where the water's coming from, is out of the lake. So we fertilize this lake. So by putting fertilizer in the lake and then drawing your water out of the lake, you end up fertilizing your yard while you're watering your yard. That's a pretty good idea, isn't it? Yeah. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got number 6 right here, right by me, that's coming after me. It's going to come over here and try to get me, but when it gets close, I'm going to run. But the pump is sitting down there on the dock, even though the dock's still messed up. We hadn't fixed that roof. I'm going to have some horsepower to fix that roof. But it's always pretty for me when I look at anybody's yard and see that sprinkler system running. That's absolutely gorgeous. Now we have a product where we can water our lawns a whole lot less and still have beautiful lawns. In fact, more beautiful than ever. Nice, sweet, I love it. We've got lots of activity out there this morning, that's for sure. And one of the funny things that we haven't had out there is we've got a baby deer out there. Only one baby with them, not 2, but we have a baby deer out there that is kind of. There might be 2 of them out there. It might be back in behind. I think maybe it might be back in behind that feeder. I saw them from inside a second ago, and I don't know if I saw 1 or 2. But that little baby's right in there with all the rest of them getting that feed, and they're kind of trying to run it off a little bit, and they kind of run at it, and all it does is run over to another spot and start eating. But he's right over behind, I think right behind the feeder right now. And of course, Mr. Forrest is his favorite spot. There's a wild deer back there. There's the baby. There's the baby back there. There might be 2 babies back there. But we have a red tag that has 1 baby and a red tag deer that has 2 babies. And a lot of times the does will come up to that feeder and they'll have the babies hid out somewhere. And they always run up and hit that baby. You see that deer come up and hit that baby? That's Fat Boy. He come up and thump that baby. Didn't stop the baby at all. Look at the baby. Went right back to eating. I'm not afraid of you, big boy. I'm not afraid of you. They're aggressive around that food. Kind of like a couple that's got 6 boys. Now all of them got scars on the back of their hands from a fork being stuck in their hand when they reach for the last biscuit. Somebody sticks a fork in their hand. Y'all all heard that, hadn't you? That's the way it goes sometime. You get around to that last biscuit or that last piece of fried chicken or that last piece of crappie fillets or whatever. That's beautiful out there, though. The little Fat Boy come in there and try to move people around, see? He just kind of throws his chest around. He's so big and broad. Nobody's really afraid of him, though. They're not paying much attention to him at all. They're actually just having themselves a good time. Yeah. TC over there. Of course, he just gets his spot and keeps it. He don't even move. Apache dumps him something out there and he gets his spot and just keeps it. Yes, sir. What a beautiful way to start another beautiful day. Puts a smile on my heart. I hope it puts a smile on your heart as well. We've got something going on right there. We got a big prayer meeting. We got the choir all gathered around there. The preacher out there, Pastor Buddy and his congregation. His congregation are turkeys, just a bunch of turkeys. I imagine that quite a few of y'all think that there's quite a few turkeys in your church. Well, Pastor Buddy there has a lot of turkeys in his church. And he's preaching on anyway. Preach on, Pastor Buddy, preach on. You have some turkeys there. And looks like you might be losing control of the surface. I don't know. Pastor Buddy in the prayer circle and his congregation, just a bunch of turkeys. That's all right. We love it. Several of them are behind those electric boxes there. Most people put all that stuff underground, but we're rednecks, so we got ours above. But most people don't have a wildlife church going on in their yard either. We got wildlife church happening right now. I guess church is out. Everybody's loitering around outside the door, visiting. Wondering who's going to cook Sunday dinner? By the way, it's not Sunday. I think they're just having a prayer meeting. Look off over here. I had a hummingbird come up to this window. This is the kitchen sink where I wash dishes several times a day. I had a hummingbird come up here and just look right in at me and, you know, just sort of laughing and carrying on, having fun. He wondered what I was doing over here. I don't know that hummingbird's too impressed with that. There they are flying around out there. I point at the hummingbird feeder and they don't ever show up. And I take away from it and then they come. 2 or 3 of them running around out there this evening. And they come up here at the window and look in. They're probably saying to the other hummingbirds, looky there, there's some humans in there we've been looking at. Every time we come up to look at them, they walk off. That's good, though. It's all part of a great life. Take a look at all that, will you? That is a menagerie there. The turkeys have made this a regular place. They're living right here. You know, the turkeys are in different places in the spring than they are in the fall. A lot of these turkeys, I believe, actually, during the summertime, spring and summertime, are going over across the county road to my neighbor's land over there. And because we don't see nearly as many turkeys in the springtime. And we've got quite a few turkeys here in the springtime, and we have birds' nest over here, but we have a lot more, it seems like, during the fall and the winter time. And you can see that prayer circle out there. In fact, this bird over here is right in the yard. And what you're seeing right there too, by the way, you remember us just covering that with humus soil right there, and we throwed some rye seed out there also. And I thought we'd thrown some fescue out there, but I think Apache told me that we did not put fescue out there. It was rye only, so that's one reason it's kind of thin. And of course, we did get a 2-inch rain about a week after we put that out, so it washed around a little bit. The humus soil did, but you can see where the humus soil is. We got a great deal to see humus soil and non-humus soil also, because where that rye is right in there, you can see it's not completely covered the ground, but that, and then you back off just a little bit right here, and then you see this area up here a little closer to the ropes and behind this tree. We could not get that. That was a walk behind spreader. Could not get that spreader back behind that, and so that's the area where there is no humus soil. You could see a huge difference. And the particular blend of humus soil that we had in there is waterless garden. Look at those turkeys walking right around there. But that's a waterless garden is what that particular blend of humus soil is from SGTM, Sustainable Green Team. We're actually restoring the soil and making the soil back where it was, and then plus the fact that we've got now the soil will be producing water underneath the ground, which is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we might take a little drive up and look where we did that one row. I haven't been up there and looked at one row of watermelon seeds in the garden, planting watermelons when it was 105 degrees. Crazy. See a baby deer out there. I think I saw both of those baby deer out there. I can only see one of them. The other one might be behind a tree or something. That big gobbler right there. Isn't that cool? That big gobbler. Big old beard. Just a swinging. Yeah, I love it. But that's a pretty amazing difference when you look right here where the humus soil is and where we did not put it. We need to sprinkle some by hand around there and get that in that ground too, because it needs to have it. Another little part, it's a little hard to see. We put humus soil over there, and you can see the stuff coming up there. That doesn't get any water on it at all over there. That's just water from the rain only. It's not nearly as thick as it is over here, but it's coming up as well. It doesn't happen overnight, obviously. And the way you can tell a pretty instant usage of it is with plants and vegetables, where you've got a plant that you can tell the difference in whether it's got waterless garden on there and whether it doesn't. Absolutely. Absolutely a great morning out there, though. Lots of things going on. There's the other baby. The other baby was behind that pole where I was in there. Yeah, baby's laying right there. One's laying down, one's standing up. Now their mama's behind that tree. Can't see her, she's behind that tree. But, uh-oh, the feeder must have gone off. Gobbler, I don't know if it did or not. Gobbler ran over there. Two big, giant, beautiful bucks. Oh, there's Mama now. You can see her hiney sticking out behind that tree. There's the other baby over there. Just laying there peaceful as it can be. How sweet it is. This is a surprise, but it shouldn't be. Look at that bunch of elk right there. It shouldn't be a surprise because this is September. We're thinking about the rut. We're thinking about white-tailed deer. And we're thinking, end of October maybe. But you know what that really is right there? That is a harem. Yeah, exactly what that is. That is some cows, a couple babies that have been gathered up by a bull. And there he is right there. That's right. I saw the cows, didn't see the bull. All of a sudden I see the bull and I thought, well, that's the deal. He has gathered those up. I haven't seen a bull except that one little small bull or a couple of little small bulls. That's a big one right there though. He's got a big one. He's big. Look how big he is. Got a little hump in his back there. He's getting so old. But he has got the girls gathered up. And this is his harem. This is his herd. And he'll be bugling, fighting, carrying on, trying to get more girls. But that's a start right there. Pretty good start, big boy. Pretty good start, big boy. Well, they only mate one time a year, so it's a real big deal to them. Both the boys and the girls, to be honest with you. But really, really, really important for that big bull. Mr. Bull, more power to you, pal. Gather you up about 10 more of them. See if you can control that many women. Good luck. Looky there, looky there. She just run across the road in front of me. He's bugled. He bugled up there and called her in. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. He just added one to the harem. That's pretty cool. Yes, sir. Just added one more. Look at him out there. He is just absolutely a monster. Can't get zoomed in on him there. Big, beautiful. Look at those antlers. Wow, look at those antlers. He's sitting up there bugling, carrying on. The girls come a-running. Yeah. It's like that with me one time in my life. Been a long time though. But I don't know if I could compete with that guy. He's pretty big.